Hi guys, Miss Hallett here. Today we're going to go over two of the choices that you have to pick from for your project. Okay, so just two, and then you're going to have some questions to answer, do some pros and cons when we're done. Okay, so the first project on your choice board is the informational brochure. A brochure is an informative paper document that will tell the reader all about the effects of climate change on the polar bears. Now, if you notice on this brochure right here, there is 3 columns, and it's meant to be folded up so you can hand it out to people in your community. So if you want to do this type of project, you can use Google Docs or Google Draw. Okay, so let me show you a little bit of how to get started with that. Now you would go to a Google page, or you would go to your Google Drive. Okay, so you could click the waffle and go to your drive here. Now this will take me to my drive. Okay, and then I will click the new button, the new plus button here. And when I click the new plus button here, it will show all the things and more that I can do. Okay, so if I wanted to do this informational brochure on a Google Doc, I would pick this right here. Okay, and that would take me to a document. If I wanted to do this on a Google Draw, I would click right here and I would get my Google Draw open. Okay, so you don't need to do that now. No reason to do that now. We are just going over the idea of how to get started. Okay, so that is an informational brochure. Okay, so you would put all your information into these 3 columns and hand it out to people. So when you would do your presentation, you would present your 3-columned brochure and you would talk about it and inform us on all the information on it. Okay. Now, what you will do is you will decide, what you think about this project. Do you think what do you think about doing this project? List at least 2 pros and 2 cons for the project you just learned about, then circle your interest level, okay? So the pros are good things about the project. So if you're thinking, oh, that would be really cool because I like to work in Google Docs, that would be a good thing. So you would type right in here something good. What if you didn't really like it because you're like, that looks like a lot of designing to me and I just don't know if I can wrap my mind around that? That would be a challenge for me. So you would type it in there. Now at the end of doing your 2 pros and your 2 cons, you're going to come down here with your circle and circle your interest level. I don't know. Am I interested in this? Maybe yes, I'm interested. Or if you're like, well, I'm not sure, maybe this is definitely a maybe, you could circle maybe. And if you watch this and you're like, no, not interested, then you would circle no. And that's okay. But I still want you to list 2 pros and 2 cons, even if you have no intention of doing this project, okay? The second project today is a collage. A collage is a piece of artwork made by collecting various photographs and putting them together in one place. You must be able to explain the reason why you chose all the pictures and how they connect to the effects of climate change on the polar bears. Okay, so if you decide to do this collage, you can do this in Google Draw, which is the red one. You could do this in Google Slides if it's easier for you to work in Google Slides. Or guess what? You could do it on a piece of paper. You could get a nice big piece of paper, a poster board, whatever you wanted to do. You could cut pictures out of a magazine that have to do with climate change and polar bears. You can print them off the computer, put them together to form a collage, however you want to do that. So you have pretty much 3 options for that: Google Draw, Google Slides, and physical big paper with cutting and gluing. Okay, now, are you interested? What do you think about doing this project? You'll do your pros and cons list and circle the yes, maybe, or no. All right, guys, have a wonderful day and really think about these projects. Okay, I will see you soon.